Welcome back, everyone, to Public Affairs. I am your host, Kaylee Aiken, and today I am here with Eddie. So, Eddie, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us how you got into business and marketing?
Well, my name's Eddie Powell, and you can find me at eddie@eddiepowell.com if you'd like to send an email. But I got into business when I was about 10 years old. My parents, my sister, and I, we all took square dance lessons, and before I was out of the actual dance classes, the gentleman that was calling and teaching those lessons said, "Here, take this record home and learn this. You're going to call it next week." Well, at 10 years old, what do I know? Okay, I learned the record, I learned the next record, and so on and so forth. Pretty soon he says, I'm going to book you at this particular dance, and you're going to call this and that and do what. Off and running. All of a sudden, I had my own business going. I had to learn how to market myself. I had to, create the presentation. I mean, take a Campbell soup can, for instance. Remember that little gold seal on there? What does that seal say? It says quality, right? Who put that seal on there? Campbell Soup did, right? So it's the same thing when you're selling a product. You have to put your own stamp on it. You have to be that good. You have to hold a particular level. If you're going to be, just loosey-goosey and whatever happens, probably not successful. But if you're going to be successful, then you maintain a certain attitude and an air about you, if you will, and present that product the way people want to receive it. So 10 years old, that's where I got started in business. From there, I went on and got, business degrees, marketing degrees, and even taught college and have done all kinds of consulting. Was in radio for many years and was a copywriter. I had a copywriting company that was behind the scenes for a lot of the radio stations across the country, and I would write the actual commercials and then send it back to them, and their people would record it on their end. So it sounded like they put it all together, they did the whole thing, but their guy in the back closet over here was putting things together for them. It's business. That's how you do it,
So if you haven't caught on by now, Eddie's got a lot of experience in these kind of fields. So today we're going to talk about marketing and all it includes. So would you like to share some insights we all should know as marketers in our own world?
Well, let's talk about marketing. It's an umbrella. So you've got sales, you've got communication, you've got public relations, you've got everything that you do. For instance, take this logo right here on this cup. Is that marketing? It certainly is. And your choice of colors, what it's on, whether it's on the cup or whether it's on the shirt that you're wearing and so forth. It's all marketing. We market ourselves all day long to other people. It could be in our relationship. We want our spouse to have a terrific day. Okay, let's market that and give them the opportunity to smile and start their day well, and they will return that sort of favor back and forth. That's still marketing. When you go to a business meeting and you're going to talk to I've got my eye on 8 people around this room that I want to talk to and network with them. I want to trade business cards. Is that all there is to it? No, you've got to do something memorable. You've got to be able to give them a short line, let's say 10 seconds worth, that we refer to as an elevator speech. If the elevator was going all the way to the 20th floor, and I was standing next to the CEO, what would I want them to know so that their interest would be piqued enough to say, well, I want to sit down and talk to this person and perhaps hire them to do whatever. That's an elevator speech. Have that ready when you're going to network. It's not just trade business cards and then hopefully I'll talk to you later on email or something. You've got to be able to communicate, talk. You've got to be able to relate to those people, relationships, and not only demographically who they are. Okay, they're all business people and demographics. I want to talk to these business people. They're generally this age. They're generally, whatever they do kind of thing. It's also the psychographics of what they do. So they all may be in the same industry, but one person is in marketing and one's in accounting and one's the CEO. How do I talk to these people differently to relate to them? It's all about them and where they are psychographically. So you're talking to them in wherever they are in their lifespan, if you will.
Absolutely. So, how has social media affected marketing? I know it's been around for a little bit now, so how has it evolved from what it was?
Well, I come from the viewpoint of both of those. Before social media and after social media, and how's it affected? Before social media, everything was kind of mass marketing. We're going to talk radio, TV, we're going to talk newspaper, we're going to sell whatever I've got, whether it's a product or a service, but it's what I want to sell, and I'm going to tell 3,000 people and hope that 300 people will come and buy whatever my product or service is. It's kind of a shotgun approach, if you will. You hit the side of the barn and you hope some of it works. Well, social media has moved us more into a rifling, if you will, where you can target individual people so that you're talking to them, mentioning their name, mentioning that particular lifestyle, talking to them about where they are and what's going on in their life, and then relating whatever it is that you're trying to sell or market and how it affects them. So for instance, if they are a brand new parent, think about what that new parent is looking for. Something for that child. It could be new diapers, it could be a new bed, it could be a toy, it could be whatever. But what is in their viewpoint at that moment? What can you help them with? If you're an insurance salesman, could you talk to them about insurance for that new child? If you're a banker, could you talk to them about, let's get an account started for this young child that you, grandma, grandpa, all these folks could throw some money in whenever it's their birthday, it's a holiday, it's whatever, and then when that person reaches 18, 21, 35 years old, who knows, they might have a bunch of money that they can work with. That banker along the way will not only be looking at them for let me help you buy your first car, let me help you buy your first house, but maybe you're a first annuity so that we can plan for your retirement. It's all lifestyle. Who are these people and what do they need at this point in time? So when you're thinking marketing, it's not just demographics of age and religion and gender and so on and so forth. It's psychographics. Who are they? What are they thinking about? And how can you help them? In business in particular, small business, we get the mindset of, I love shirts, I love candles, I love coffee cups, whatever it is that I want to sell, and if I build a better mousetrap, the world will come to my door. Not always true. First off, they have to know about you, so you've got to do some marketing and some advertising. But the second thing is, if I'm selling a t-shirt that says Atlantic City on it in Central Ohio, how many people need a t-shirt that says Atlantic City? Well, maybe a few that went there on vacation, but most of those people probably bought an Atlantic City t-shirt in Atlantic City. Do they really need one in Central Ohio? Maybe you'd be better off to put E = MC squared on there and sell a science, math type of shirt to the science and math people that are teachers, that are getting their degrees, that love math. Talk about your particular market that is here. Let's put it this way. Would you rather just fish in a pond and hope that something strikes the hook? Or would you rather fish in a 55-gallon barrel full of fish and know that somebody's going to hit that hook, right? So that's targeting and selling what you have to offer to fit whatever your market is. That's the key thing when you're in business.
Absolutely. How can you market yourself in a business meeting?
Marketing at a business meeting, some people call that networking. Okay, what do I need to do? People walk into a business meeting and say, well, I'm Joe, the real estate agent, or I'm Steve, the insurance guy, and I'm Mabel over here selling candles, or whatever it is. And I'm going to meet 8 people today, and I'm going to trade business cards, and then after we get out of this meeting, I'll probably never talk to them again. That's what happens. Okay, we put those cards in our drawer and we go, maybe later down the road, if I ever need insurance that I don't already have, maybe I'll call that guy if he was a nice guy. Did that work? Was it successful marketing? No. What you need to do is come up with a 10-second, what I call an elevator speech. And the reason it's called that is if you got on the elevator on the first floor with the CEO of the company that you want to talk to, and you're riding to the 20th floor, you've got 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or whatever to talk to them and do something, say something that sticks in their mind that will get them to want to engage with you. That's what the elevator speech is all about. What can I say? What can I do that is important to them that they will then want more information? Get that door open. So it may be, well, I increased sales by 10% with my program of doing X, Y, and Z in marketing. Do you suppose that CEO would then want to hear more, talk to me further? That's what you're trying to do in this business meeting, is get to all of these people, use your 10-second elevator speech, and get that door open where they say, can I talk to you later about this? That's networking.
Yes, and speaking of talking to your boss, how does seniority affect business and marketing?
Seniority in business or in the marketing world, just because you are there the longest doesn't make you the most proficient. What you'll find is people in a particular area, in a particular job function for 5 years, know very well how to do that job function. But do they know how to market the company or run the company? And sometimes just because it's a family company, Johnny gets to move up to the CEO seat at some point. Does he really know the business? Does he know how to sell that business? Well, Grandpa could have started that business in 1853. Well, the issue is when it's a family company in particular, that company will last the first generation, Grandpa. It'll move to a son or daughter. That generally goes okay, but by the time it hits about the third or fourth generation, they've lost the concept. Who was it? What was it that we were trying to do? And they maybe drift into some other areas. It all falls apart. Very, very common. So just because you are the person that's there the longest, that has the tenure, that has the correct last name, doesn't really qualify you to be the one in charge, the one running the marketing department, the one trying to identify the focus of whatever this entity is. So that is a cautionary conversation that we can have, if you'd like, about your particular company or companies that you're involved with and how we can help them. Text me if you'd like, 614-772 614-772-7377. We'll put that number on the screen, 614-772-7377, or you can email me at eddie@eddiepowell.com. And just for your listeners, Kaylee, I'm offering a free 30-minute phone call. Let's identify who you are, where you are, what you've done in the past, how it's worked, and maybe some things that could work better in the future. Then we'll decide if we'd like to work together with each other. If there's a fit, we'll, form a relationship and move forward professionally. If not, great. Hope you learned something. Have a nice day. And that's what I offer. Free 30-minute phone call to sit down and identify what's going on.
Absolutely. We've talked a little bit about some of the things that you've done, as you have a lot of experiences. So with those experiences, what awards have you won?
What awards have I won? Well, I was involved with Suzuki of America selling motorcycles one summer for a local dealer, and again we went with psychographics rather than demographics. And that demographic sell sounds like every other motorcycle commercial of come in and get a new bike and it's $30 off and wow, it'll go real fast. Okay, psychographically, we sold to the audience by playing a short piano piece. And then I said, the wind, play some more piano, the open road. And we took them on a bike cruise within 60 seconds hearing that commercial. At the end of the spot was the dealer's name, address, and go check out motorcycles. We sold so many motorcycles that summer that Suzuki of America came from California, gave us an award, and wanted to know what we were doing. Magnetic Springs, great people, great water. Imagine clear back in the day that there was no bottled water. You and I go to, the local store and buy a bottle of water now, and we can put in all the additives and whatever and make it taste like, Kool-Aid. Before that, there was only bottled gallon water. And the sales folks brought me Magnetic Springs and said, here, they want to introduce these individual bottles of water. On the air, I would drink some of the water. Great tasting water. Get it from my friends at Magnetic Springs. Have it delivered. Have, your own individual bottles. We did that for 3 months, 36% sales increase. It's all about the psychographics, the getting in the lifestyle and working with those folks that are listening or viewing or reading or engaging with you, however. It could be social media. It's all where are they and relate to them in their lifestyle, in their psychographic identity.
Mm-hmm. With that, tell the audience about some of the books you have written in business and marketing.
Well, I've written a few books. If you go on Amazon, Google my name at the search bar, Eddie Powell, you can find, 15, 20 books I've written, and some are on Kindle, some are, the hardbacks or whatever. But there's books on marketing, there's books on spirituality, there's books on how to find a job, and that's what's going on a lot right now in this world, this economy. People getting laid off and now need to transition to something else. Go check out my book. It's a book not just how to write a resume and not just how to do it like everybody else has done it, but to move over and sell yourself, market yourself psychographically. You'll see in the book that I've identified about 6 different categories that particular job is relating to one of those categories. So it could be a financial decision, it could be somebody that needs more quality, more productivity, more whatever the issue is within that job description. You write to that description and how you can help and have done things to relate to that. So if it's financial, okay, I've been a bookkeeper, I've done this, I understand taxes, I understand, et cetera, and make that person across the table understand that you are focusing on what it is they need. So that psychographic, put yourself in that person's position. There have been 20 people come through today that they've been interviewing. Financial. Look at me, I'm great. Financial. Look at me. Oh, I've done this. 3 of those, 4 of these. So what? You are all financial. What's the difference? How does it make you the best candidate? So you talk to them about their financial needs and understanding, and it's a tax issue, it's more money, it's somebody was stealing some money, whatever's going on in their particular entity and in their lifestyle. Once you're relating to that, you're the one I want. You're the one that's talking to me about me rather than talking to me about you. Those other 19 that had come before you, that's all they talked about was themselves and how great they are. It's not the way to do it. Get the book.
Please do read the book. We talked a little bit about it, and I'm more interested now. So we've talked about radio, we've talked about TV, we've talked about books. What do you believe the future of marketing will look like?
Marketing is in a big change right now, as is the entire world. Those of you that keep up with the what's going on in the news kind of thing don't hear very much of this, but there's a thing out there called AI, which is artificial intelligence, and that's that computer over here that you go to Chat GPT and put in, well, I want to write a book on blah, blah, blah. And in 3 minutes it prints out the basis of a book or a letter, a sales letter that you want to send to somebody, or a resume even. It'll produce a resume. Will it give you something that you can use as a foundation to work with? Okay. Is it really going to sell for you? Is it going to market? Is it going to produce the outcome that you want? That AI application right now can write things, it can voice things, it can make movies. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff, but it's also running drones, and it's running autonomous cars with no driver. It's all kinds of applications. Now, bring that back to your company. How is AI going to make a difference in your marketing department, for instance? Okay, again, it's supposed to save time, but is it giving you quality? If it does save time and you end up saving money by, we don't need 12 people now, we only need 4. And they're all going to be using AI to produce the work. Are they producing quality work that will sell and produce the results, the outcomes that you're looking for? Now, bring that back home. If you are a small business person, you get to do everything. You get to open the door in the morning, you get to lock the door at night. You sweep the floor, you do the taxes, and you get to do the marketing, for instance. Okay, you've now gotten that marketing person out the door, and you bring that much more for you to do back home. Who is now focusing on growing that company, on creating new things, while you now have another thing to do with utilizing the AI, but doing the marketing? Think about all of these applications. Sounds terrific on the surface. Is it really where you want to be and what you want to do? Perhaps, and this is the new trend that's coming along right now, a chief marketing officer, CMO, that's only part-time. So for instance, I could work with your company for, a day a week or whatever, and 5 other companies down the road here that I'm working on the rest of the week. Well, maybe that's a better use of your time and money. And we can do that by combining some of the AI applications that are coming along now. I think what you're going to see is there's going to be 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 different AI applications, different names, different companies. Google's got one, Meta's got one, on and on. And you're going to see the combination of all this kind of stuff in your daily applications. So where's marketing going? Where's the world going? Where's business going? It's all going to change here in the next few years.
Everything is evolving.
Everything evolves.
I do agree with what you had said about AI. You talked a little bit about this, so I just want to mention it again at the end. If someone, a company, civic group, or church wanted to learn more and talk to you further about how they can better market for growth, recruit, and want to take their efforts to the next level, how should they reach you?
Well, they can reach me by texting at 614-772-7377. Again, 614-772-7377, or Eddie at eddiepowell.com. Now, I mention all of this as marketing, but you can think about it as, how do I grow my congregation? How do I sell more of my candles or whatever the product is? I'm an insurance agent. How do I get more customers? How do I relate to people? And this relating, this whole communication issue is working with you and your spouse, for instance. You want to have a good day, you want them to have a good day, and reciprocate back and forth. All of the people that you come in contact with, do this as an experiment. Start your day smiling. Smile all day long, no matter what happens. Smile all day long and look at people, connect eyeball to eyeball, and see if they don't start smiling too. You can change the entire world by one little ripple, and out it goes. Start smiling, start communicating, get ready to talk, engage. People have things going on in their life. Connect with that. How can I help you? And then once they get fixed, helped, they'll return the favor to you. And how can I help you back? Well, maybe I help you understand your retirement program. Maybe you need a UL, and some other financial instruments to make your retirement better. Understand that. Guess what they're going to do? Not only thank you, but they're going to go talk about you. There's marketing. It's communication. It's talking. Get out there and do it. Smile while you're at it.
Thank you, Eddie, for meeting with me
Kaylee,
today.
thank you so much.
I do appreciate you coming out, and I hope the audience takes full advantage of what you have said today, and I hope they look into getting one of your books.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, you're watching Public Affairs, and I am your host, Kaylee Aiken. Thank you.